Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rylie Lane, and if you are new here, don't forget to hit the little subscribe button and join our family, and please give this video a big thumbs up if you like it because it really helps me out. So in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about cleaning out your shit, basically. When I was on my 6-month trip and I was basically just living out of a really small suitcase or a backpack for 6 months, I realized how little stuff we actually need to survive. And I realized how much stuff I had at home and how ridiculous it was and how much it was sort of like holding me back. Like when I got home and I was like, this is ridiculous. I have so much stuff. It was literally the day after I got home, I was like, I'm getting rid of it all. And I threw out, I think about 12 bags of like clothes and shoes and stuff. And then on top of that, there was like about 6 garbage bags of just rubbish as well, like things that I couldn't donate or sell. It's so much stuff I threw out, and it was all really thanks to reading the book of The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying by Marie Kondo, I think that's how you say her name. The way that she talks about decluttering and clearing out your things and tidying up your space really is life-changing. Like it sort of explains to you like why you don't actually need so much stuff, and that you should be, I guess it's not really about not having that much stuff, it's being surrounded by the things that you actually love and the things that you bring joy. So this isn't sort of like a way of becoming a minimalist, it's more about being surrounded by things that you truly love. So yeah, I'm basically going to be going through how I cleaned out so much stuff and sort of show you my before and afters, because it was ridiculous how much stuff I had, and I feel so much better and so lighter and so amazing because of how much stuff I threw out. And now every time I walk into my room, it makes me so much more happier because it's so much more decluttered. There isn't like stuff everywhere. I had so much stuff I couldn't even fit it all in my wardrobe, like it was ridiculous. And now like basically only half of my wardrobe's full. I have like a full free drawer in the set of my drawers, and it's like crazy and I love it so much. So let's get into the KonMari way of decluttering your things. First off, I'll just put in the little clips of how much stuff I had. It was honestly ridiculous, and I honestly wore none of it. I had over 50 pairs of shoes because I have like a little shoe rack that holds 50 pairs of shoes, and I couldn't fit all my shoes on there. Nobody can physically wear 50 pairs of shoes. I am telling you that because I had them and I couldn't wear them all. I had an extra like clothing rack of all my clothes, just of stuff that I never wore. I had so many coat hangers. I threw out a whole garbage bag of coat hangers. Like seriously, it was ridiculous. So yes, the first step of cleaning out and decluttering using the KonMari method is to discard first. So she has quite a specific process of doing this. So basically you need to go one category at a time, and you take everything from that category and put it in the middle of the room or put it in a pile that's easy for you to go through. She suggests starting off with clothes first. I got all of my clothes and I put them all on my bed so I could see them, and then seeing them on my bed I was like, this is a joke, they have to go. So yes, then I went through each piece of my clothing, and you have to pick up every single individual one. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's not actually that hard. And you ask yourself, does this spark joy? And if it doesn't spark you joy instantly, get rid of it. Like seriously, just do it. There are a few things that I was a bit like, no, I can't get rid of that, but I'm like, this doesn't really give me joy. So I was like, screw it, it's going. It's gone. I was very ruthless and I have no regrets. And so one of the things that she suggests when you are struggling to throw something away, you need to think to yourself, has it served its purpose? For example, if someone has given you a gift and it doesn't actually spark joy to you, you don't really like it that much, but you feel guilty because it's a gift that someone gave you, all you need to do is realize that it has served its purpose. Its purpose was to give you joy when someone gave it to you. So you can thank the item and you say, thank you for giving me joy when you were given to me. And then you can let it go. Because you don't need to be holding on to all these extra things that don't give you joy just because like someone gave it to you, or you know, because you feel bad about throwing it out. When I say throwing it out, I actually didn't really all of my clothes and shoes, I didn't throw them out. I donated almost all of them, and then the things that were a little bit more like higher in price or whatever like that, I am going to be selling. So I didn't actually throw anything out, like not into the garbage. I'm saying like I donated it. I feel like I should clear that up. So then once you have gone through everything, for me personally, I only did my room because I do still live at home and I'm like not gonna go and throw out all my family stuff. So once I did all of that, which was basically just sort of like clothes, then shoes, accessories, Then I also had like my skincare sort of stuff and all of my makeup, which I was really proud of myself. I actually threw out a lot of it that I didn't use. Then you can move on to like sentimental items and sort of things like that, and then any or sort of random things. So then next, once you have finished discarding everything and getting rid of it, it will be time to put them all back into place. So in regards to clothes, she does talk about how majority of the things should be folded, and it does really make sense to me the way she describes it, because that saves so much space, and you can fit so much more in such a small amount of space, like in your drawers and things like that. And it is also much easier to see all your clothes, because you will fold them in using the KonMari method, which means that everything is sort of stored vertically, and all your clothes will be folded vertically so that they all nicely stack next to each other, and then you can see everything you have instead of being piled on top of each other and then you don't actually know what's on the bottom. When you store them like vertically, you can see everything, and honestly it is such a smart way of folding your clothes, because now I can actually see everything I have. And when I was going through my clothes, I was like, oh my god, I completely forgot I had this, because it was hung up in a rack of like a ridiculous amount of clothes all next to each other, and I just couldn't see them all. And then obviously for the things like your jackets or like nice dresses and things like that, then you will just hang them in your wardrobe. And then the last little thing she sort of talks about, or at least the last like main key point that I felt was important, was to make sure that everything has a place. Everything in your house should have a place or a home where it sits. So when you come home, you should have a specific place where your bag goes, a specific place where you put your shoes, you know what I mean, a specific place where, say, like you take off all your jewelry and it goes in like a little dish or a specific place. Everything needs to have its own place, and that is how you're going to keep your home tidy, because everything has its own place and everything needs to go back into that place. If you get into a continuous cycle of putting everything back into its actual place, then your home or your room is never going to get messy. So this is something I am still trying to work on. It's a hard thing to definitely do, but it is a really good way of thinking about how to keep your house or your room constantly tidy, because that is something I've always struggled with really badly, and my mum has yelled at me so many times. But anyways, so then from using all of those steps, I came to a room that looks like this. It was so clean. My wardrobe barely has any clothes in it, which to me is a good thing, because now I know that I love all of the clothes that are in there, and I'm not aiming to buy any more at the moment, but you know, I'm just going to try and make sure that anything I do buy I am completely happy with, and that it really brings me joy, so that I'm not getting into this bad cycle of constantly buying like clothes and things that I'm not gonna wear. And I cleaned out so many of my shoes, like there's so many spaces in between there that I feel like maybe I should get a smaller shoe rack or something now, because it's a bit bare, but that's okay. I also have all of my drawers completely organized. I actually have a completely free drawer, which is crazy, and some of my other drawers are only like half filled, which to me kind of makes me really happy, because it's like I didn't need all that extra stuff that was in there, and now it's just filled with things that I know that I truly love. So if you are looking to tidy out your house or your room, I definitely recommend trying the KonMari way, and you can even read her book. It's actually a very interesting read. I can leave a link to that down below if you're interested in it. So I think that's basically all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. I honestly love you all so much. So I will speak to you next time. Bye!